Hello everyone. Today, as promised, I'm going to be hitchhiking to Richmond, Virginia. Hopefully I make it there by the end of the day. The forecast was looking clear, but now it is kind of saying that we might get some showers in the afternoon, but I'm thinking it's going to be very light if there are showers, so we're going to try to go and do it anyway. It's also a little bit later in the day than I want it to be. I wanted to get out early. I would generally recommend getting out as early as possible if you're trying to hitchhike somewhere, especially if you're trying to go a little bit of a distance. But it's about 2 p.m. right now, and I think I still got plenty of daylight, so I think I should be able to make it. This is my my bag right here. It's 60-liter REI Trailmade 60. It's a little bit overpacked probably for my purposes, but I always do have a tendency to overpack, especially when I haven't traveled in a while, and there's a good chance that I might, get rid of some stuff later and shed some weight. It's quite heavy, as it looks, and then I have this extra bag for food because my food couldn't even fit in my regular backpack, so we'll have to deal with that later. And then I also have this sign. It's easy enough to find cardboard usually at any gas station, or if you go behind a lot of stores in the recycling bins and stuff, you can find cardboard for signs. But in this case, I'm just bringing one because we have boxes here, so I decided to make it easier on myself, so I won't have to go hunting around for cardboard this time. I wrote Richmond on the other side as well, so I can use both the this side that just says east with 58 and 360. Those are the roads I'm trying to hitch on today. And then, if that's not working and I want to get more specific, I can turn around and use this. So, about to get in the car and head over to the Pilot truck stop to get the journey started. Alright, I've arrived here at the Pilot Travel Center. This is where I'm going to be trying to hitch from. I'm going to be saying goodbye to my lovely mother here. We're gonna miss each other, but she knows that I have to do this. It sucks that I have to go. It's gonna be sad, but life is full of sad stuff. It happens regardless of whether you go out and take risks or not, so might as well go out and see the world while I can. Yep. Alright, well, she's gonna head out now. I love you, Mom.
I love you too.
I'll see you again soon. Don't worry.
Absolutely. Oh, I'm gonna miss you.
I'll miss you too. Bye-bye. Love you. Alright, so now that I'm here, I have my scuffed Richmond sign, as you can see. It's very scuffed because, as I often do, I started way too far to the right and started making the letters way too wide. So by the time I got to the end, they become super skinny and barely recognizable. But it'll have to do. I think that if people see Richmond blah, 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 from a distance, they should still be able to tell where I'm going. So I'm going to try to stand here for a little while and watch the cars and just kind of watch the traffic and see where the best place to stand to try to get a ride might be. Now these places are often good to just ask around, people at the pumps or whatever as well. So I could do that, but I think I'm going to try hitching the old-fashioned way at first. And then maybe if that doesn't work out, I could try asking around. We'll see. There goes my mom. Out of the parking lot, heading back home. All on my own now. Just me and Pilot. And I'm breaking this rule already, but I've got to try to be more conservative with my camera battery than I usually am, and not be filming every 5 minutes because my phone is kind of going to be important for a lot of things. I'm hoping it will last me the whole way through this journey. I do have an external power bank that I can use if necessary, but I'm hoping that it won't be necessary and I can just conserve my phone's power. Honestly, I figure I'll try to post up right by this sign at the entrance right here, and we'll see how that works out for me at first, because it doesn't seem like people are constantly going in and out of here. I was worried that if this parking lot was more active, there might be a constant stream of cars coming out, and people might not want to stop on their way out because they don't want to hold up other cars. But I mean, this looks pretty wide anyway. People can go around and space to pull over and stuff. So I think I'm just gonna stand right here and just hold my little sign saying east, and we'll see if I have any luck. One thing that I actually realized I forgot, because it wouldn't be a hitchhiking trip if you didn't forget something, is my sleeping pad, which is supposed to be strapped to the bottom of my bag here. But I'll just have to try to pick up a new one along the way as I go. It'll be a little annoying at first if I have to sleep on hard surfaces without it, but I mean, it was just a cheap like $20 pad from Walmart or something, so it won't be that hard to replace anyway. Anyway, back to hitching. Alright, well, I haven't got a ride yet, but I have had people come up to me and give me $25 so far, so that's pretty nice. That's one perk of traveling like this. A lot of people just come to you and give you money, even if you don't ask for it, so cool. Alright, one of the people who gave me money, the guy who gave me $20 actually, he came back out and talked to me. He was a worker here actually, and he was like, oh, where are you trying to get? Is it possible to Uber there? I think he was thinking about buying me an Uber or something, but I was like, oh, I'm trying to go all the way to Richmond. That's an expensive Uber ride. And he's like, oh, okay, yeah, because I Uber to work, I don't drive, and I wish I could help you out. He said he asked his employees, he tried to help, ask his friends in there if they could help me out at all, but they were all obviously like at work for a while and stuff, so they couldn't really help. And I was like, man, you don't have to do anything. Don't feel obligated. Like I understand, wanting to help, and I appreciate that. But yeah, that was a very, very kind of him. But he was like, yeah, if you do ask to leave, then it'll probably be my manager because she's a little mean. But I mean, I'm trying to stand at the edge of the property here so that doesn't happen. But I'm not sure. Sometimes that might not be enough for them. So if I do get asked to leave, I'll just move up the road here and I'll go to the corner over there at the edge of the highway. So that'll be just fine. Back to hitching. Alright, so still no ride yet. I did get a little bit more money. I'm at like $46 so far, which is kind of cool. But I guess the Southern hospitality is real down here. But yeah, one lady came by. Her name was Cassidy. She took my number and she said that she can't help me right now, but if I'm stuck here for a little bit longer and for a few hours or whatever, and I'm still here later when she's available, then she'll be able to help me out and give me a ride a little bit east, at least to South Boston. So we'll see how it goes. I think I'll probably be able to get out of here before then, but I appreciate her offering that anyway. Alright, I've been here like an hour and a half at this point, something like that, and I'm thinking like it probably might be more beneficial to actually go to the highway, because I'd get more cars going in my actual direction, because I'd get all the cars that are just going past and actually not coming and stopping here, and I'd also get the cars that are coming from this way, because there's cars coming from this way and then going up there and turning right that are not coming in here and that I don't get by standing here. And yeah, and then I also wouldn't get all the people who are coming out of this parking lot and going to the right, who are not even going in my direction. So it might be like the strategic move to move up there, but I'm still not going to do that yet because I'm enjoying myself here. I kind of just play this stuff by ear. If I haven't gotten bored of a spot yet, then I'll stand at a spot for hours. And honestly, an hour and a half ain't shit. Sometimes you're waiting hours and hours and hours. So yeah, I'm not really too bothered yet. I'm still feeling good, having fun. A lot of people have been stopping and telling me good luck and stuff, and every little good luck gives me an additional push to keep going. So I haven't even gotten out of town yet, and I'm already feeling good. All right, the rain has started to come down, and it's coming down very lightly, but still consistently enough to be annoying. So I'm hoping it stops soon, or that I can get a ride soon. One or the other. I'm thinking soon I might move up the hill. Because now it's been like 2.5 hours or something, I think. So it's, it's getting longer and longer, the wait time here. But that's how it goes sometimes when you're hitching, Sometimes you get a ride in 5 minutes, sometimes you wait all day. And you just got to kind of be prepared to wait all day if that's what it takes. Because eventually you'll get to where you're going. Just got to keep remembering that eventually the right person will come by and pick you up. So we shall keep going. Alright, these guys just called me over and they were like, hey, you might have better luck going over to the trucker lot. And I mean, I was considering that too, but the thing is, with truckers these days, truckers used to be a really reliable way to hitchhike back in the day, just asking truckers for rides. But these days, a lot of commercial truckers work for companies that are very strict about picking up hitchhikers, and they have cameras in the trucks and everything, and so a lot of truckers just won't take that risk these days, or just literally can't, or else they get fired. So we're going to ask around, we're going to see if we can find anyone who's not under those sorts of circumstances and who can help me out. But if not, I'll probably go back to the other spot or go up the hill or something. But I figure I might as well, since those guys called me over and made the suggestion to try this lot, I figure I might as well take their advice and try it out, because maybe them calling me over was a sign that this is what I need to do and I need to change up what I'm doing to actually get the ride. So let's see. Alright, well, I wasn't in that trucker parking lot too long, but the thing is, there's just like not that many trucks coming through there. I only got to talk to like 4 or 5 different truckers over like a 30-45 minute period. So I'm going back to the more populated parking lot. One guy did give me $20 though. He said because you didn't ask for it. So sometimes good things do just come to you. Okay, I'm on this corner now. I decided to try my luck here. This road here is the direction I'm trying to go in, so everyone coming up on this road and turning right will see me right here and be able to stop and everything and talk to me, and hopefully they'll be able to stop for long enough for us to have a good conversation and for me to, they're trusting enough to get in their car. And then people going this way, coming from that way will also be able to see me, but I don't know. I mean, they're all going pretty fast, so I don't know if they'll be able to stop as easily, but we'll see how it goes. Alright, it started raining pretty heavily again, so I left that spot after not too long, and I'm just sitting under this tree at the pilot station again now. Hoping this rain stops soon, because I was staying out there for a little while. I was like, alright, it's light, it's not too bad, and then I looked over at my pack and I'm like, oh shit, my pack's getting like really wet, and it is water resistant but not quite waterproof, so I don't want to let that happen too much. So I guess I'm going to be hanging out here for a little bit until the rain chills out, or maybe I can talk to some of these people and at the pumps and see if I can get a ride that way. But at least I have a backup plan, because that girl Cassidy said that she would come back and potentially help me out if I'm still here after it gets too late. So I don't know what her plan is there. I'd feel bad about her having to like come all the way back to get me and stuff. So I wouldn't blame her if she, cancels on me or just doesn't hit me up again. But yeah, we'll find a ride one way or another, even if I have to camp here overnight. Okay, so it's easy to get comfortable sitting down, but it is getting kind of late. It's like past 6 now, and close to 7. So I gotta really get back to trying to get a ride before it gets dark, so that I don't have to camp here at this fucking truck stop or somewhere nearby. So we're gonna go back to doing that. People do keep coming and giving me money. I made $88 today so far, just standing here trying to get a damn ride. I'm like, I don't want any more money, just give me a ride to South Boston at least, for Christ's sake. But it is what it is. Yeah, it keeps like raining on and off, is really annoying. So if it starts raining hard again and soaking my bag, I'll have to get back under the trees. But for now, I'm just going to go back to standing over here in my original spot, actually, because this just, I don't know, feels good to me for now. And hopefully the rain will be chill for a little while. Okay, I have once again decided that it's time to try something new, and I'm walking a little bit down the road in the direction that I'm trying to go in, and you can see that little driveway area up there. I don't think that there's any active like business there right now or anything, but it is kind of a convenient spot for people to pull over and for me to stand so people can easily see me as they're going by. My only worry is that people might be going a little fast, faster than I would like them to be, because that's usually ideal if they're going slower, like on ramps when they're about to get onto the fast road. And this is kind of at the point in the highway where people are already going pretty fast, but it's also a 45 mile per hour speed limit, so not as bad as it could be. So we're gonna go right up here and try our luck there. Alright, here I am at the spot. This building looks pretty abandoned, but it's even got little awnings that I can go sit under if it starts raining, and I can quickly get out of the rain, so I don't have to go all the way back to the pilot stop down the road in order to get out of the rain if I need to, like I was thinking I would have to. So that's a positive thing. There's this old place where a sign used to be. Kind of cool little building, but now we need to focus on getting this ride. So let's see how it goes. Alright, well, I wasn't standing there for too long, maybe half an hour to an hour, but it is getting darker, and it was getting a little lonely in that spot, to be honest, because there weren't nearly as many people, you know, coming up and talking to me like when I was at the pilot station. So I'm going to continue walking up the road here to the Speedway station is up here, and I'm going to see if I have any luck there. Okay, never mind. I guess this is what used to be the Speedway, I'm pretty sure, but it's not anymore. So I guess we will keep walking until we find a suitable spot. Alright, well, I walked up the road to this Valero station. Unfortunately, it's on the wrong side of the highway because I want to go that way, west, and this is on the eastbound side. I mean, obviously people can still get to it if they're going west, if they just turn to the left there and get into it here. And then you can, you know, get out of the parking lot and go back that way and then turn left to go west. So it's not impossible that some people stopping here might be going west, but I feel like just because of the side of the highway it's on, most people stopping here are probably going to be going east. So if I can't get anything here, the next gas station on the correct side of the road is a BP about a mile up the road, which I'm not looking forward to walking, because usually a mile walk is nothing, but like this backpack, man, it's it's taking a toll on me already. I definitely did overpack, but we'll make it. We always do. Alright, well, nothing was really going on at that Valero station, so I'm continuing to walk up the road here towards the BP, and hopefully I'll have more luck there. We shall see. It's getting dark soon, so I don't really like to hitch after dark, so if it does get dark, I'll have to just keep walking until I can't walk anymore, and then find a place to camp until morning. So we'll see what happens. Huh. This is pretty cool. Little cemetery there. And this pit of doom that you don't want to fall into. Getting closer and closer. I think that light up there is where I'm headed, but I'm not too sure. Okay, so I was right, thankfully. It was this light. This light was my destination. The BP station is here. Unfortunately, it doesn't look as active as the pilot station did. Honestly, I'm starting to think maybe I should have just stayed there, and I would have maybe gotten a ride by now, but, you know, there's never a perfect course of action when it comes to this sort of thing. You just gotta kind of go with your gut. So my gut was telling me move up the road. Tired of staying in one place here. So that's what I did. Let's see what happens here. Alright, well, it's definitely too dark to hitchhike now. I mean, you can hitchhike at any hour, obviously, but it's really not recommended to do it at night like this. So my priority has now changed to pretty much just finding a place to camp for the night. Yeah, I'm not sure if I'll be able to find a spot around here. I might walk further up the road to a Citgo station that's about a further mile up. But yeah, we'll see. We'll find a spot, or you know, maybe we'll get lucky and someone will be like, "Oh, hey, what are you doing?" and give me a ride. You know, that's still possible. I haven't heard from that Cassidy girl. I don't know if she forgot about me or what. I'm not going to you know, hit her up or anything, because I don't want to bother people like that, even though she did give me her number. So I'm just gonna wait, and if she doesn't hit me up and nobody else says anything about a ride, then it will be camping out here in Virginia tonight. Alright, I'm about to head out of here and try to head to the Citgo up the road. It is very lightly raining, and I'm hoping that won't be too much of an issue. I'm hoping I can just get there before my bag gets too wet or anything, and hopefully the rain doesn't pick up. Maybe it'll even stop. But I don't want to spend too much time here, because there's like no one here, and I feel like I'm gonna be told to move along pretty soon if I try to spend too much time here. So hopefully the next station will be a little more active, perhaps, even though it's still not 24 hours, which kind of sucks. To the next light and the next gas station. It's about 9:15 p.m. right now, so I'm thinking I'll probably aim to get to sleep by like 10 or 11, wake up at like 6. That sounds good to me. Get a nice 8 hours of sleep. I haven't been sleeping well lately, so hopefully that means I'll be able to sleep pretty well tonight. You know, hopefully I'll be ready to just fall right asleep and I won't be lying awake like I usually do. Okay, so a little bit of an update here. I was walking down the road thinking like, all right, well, time to find a place to camp for the night at like 10 o'clock at night. And these people just stopped and started talking to me, and they're like, what's up? You know, where you going, etc., etc. And their names were Earl and Myrtle, and they they ended up being pretty cool. And they were like, oh, listen, you can't be walking out here right now. We'll get you further up the road at least. And so we went down the road a little bit and started talking, and they were like, listen, how about you spend the night at our place? And I was like, okay. And they were like, you can spend the night at our shop. So now I'm just here, you know, in their shop. This is my little hotel room for the night. And yeah, he's got a Gadsden flag over there. That's interesting. But yeah, I mean, they seem they seem fairly cool. They were very energetic. I wish I could have, you know, filmed some of our time hanging out together. But it just, yeah, I need to get better with the whole pulling the camera out when I'm interacting with people thing, because it just never feels right. You know, I never want to make the interaction feel less organic by having, you know, pulling the camera out. I'm always just busy enjoying the sort of organic interactions. So I'll try to get better with that. Unfortunately, I couldn't film any of my interaction with them. But, yep, I'm here staying at their place for the night. They gave me a pillow and a little comforter and everything, and a blanket, so I can put the comforter down and sleep on that, since I don't have my sleeping pad, and then I have the pillow and blanket. So I'm set up for the night pretty much, and then tomorrow morning maybe they will give me a ride back to Highway 58. We shall see. All right, this is my bed for the night. It'll definitely beat having to sleep in the rain. All right, good night, guys. I will see you in the morning. It is about 7 a.m. now, and as you can see, I am kind of in the sticks. But yeah, this is the shop I slept in last night. It's a rainy morning, but it's supposed to clear up around 2 p.m. and then be clear for the whole rest of the day. So hopefully I can just hang out here for a little bit longer, as long as I can. Hopefully until the rain stops. And then I will be back on my way. Just gotta figure out how to get out of here once I leave and get back to the highway and actually try to get a ride east, because I don't know if this will be it doesn't seem like it'll be as busy of an area as it was over at that pilot station. So we'll have to find out. That's part of the fun of this whole thing. It's like every day is a puzzle, or a series of puzzles. Oh, and they got some dogs here too. It's a whole trio of dogs. Hell, they might even have more somewhere, but there's at least 3. What's up, buddies? Okay, so a bit of an update. I was just hanging out with Earl and Myrtle here, talking about my next move. They were saying that they were probably going to be able to drive me to the highway. But then that girl Cassie from last night hit me back up. And she said, oh my God, I'm so sorry, I forgot about you last night. Which, you know, fair enough. People forget, you get busy, things happen. You know, that was the reason I wasn't going to, like, hit her up and pester her about it or anything, because I figured she forgot or just changed her mind or something. It was fine. But she, yeah, she did forget, and she called me this morning, just now, and was like, oh, I'm on my way to South Boston now. I can pick you up. So I sent her the address, and she's coming here in a few minutes to pick me up and hopefully get me to South Boston. And then I'll be at the beginning of 360, which is where 360 splits off from 58, and then it'll be a straight shot to Richmond. So hopefully I'll be able to get to Richmond today with a little bit of luck. Alright, so Cassie came pick me up, and she dropped me off here at the South Boston Speedway. So I am right where 360 here leaves South Boston and goes straight towards Richmond. It's a straight shot to Richmond from here. So I'm hoping if I get lucky, I can get a ride all the way. But if not, I will take a series of short hop rides, and I'm going to try to get a ride, my first ride at least to Keysville. If I can get at least to Keysville, then I'll be like a third of the way from here to Richmond. So I'm going to hope for the best. Oh, and also Cassidy, she had a cool story kind of. She works at the casino. She used to be a traveler herself, and you know, she said she had hitchhiked before and stuff, and that's why she picked me up. Now she kind of partially lives out of her car, but she works at the casino now in Danville, which I just went to in the last video, so that's kind of a funny coincidence. She's a dealer there, and yeah, she brought me here and gave me this cute little bunny rabbit as well, which I always love when people give me little trinkets like this when I'm traveling. So it's another one to add to my collection. But yeah, I'm just gonna stick my thumb out here with my my Richmond sign and hope for the best. Well, I got picked up within like 15 minutes. I didn't get very far, unfortunately. I didn't get as far as Keysville. They took me like 5 miles up the road to this gas station here, and I'm gonna try to maybe ask around for rides here, or if that doesn't work, I'll go across the road over there probably and just try to hitch from there. Yeah, the guy's name was Aiden. He seemed cool. He was like, sorry I can't do more for you, but you know, I feel bad if I didn't help somehow. So hopefully this does end up helping rather than hurting, because I felt I was in a pretty good spot, but hopefully this spot will be just as good. I don't know if there's really a good place to pull over there. I haven't really gone and investigated yet, but I will find out. And if I need, you know, this would be a good place to get hot food or resupply on water or something if I needed to, but I still got quite a bit of water left. And I actually ate breakfast this morning. You might notice that I haven't really been talking about eating food. That's because I kind of forgot to eat all day yesterday. But I did eat some potatoes for breakfast this morning. Myrtle made some delicious home fries with potatoes from their garden, so that was very sweet of her. And now I'm pretty fueled up, and I still got plenty of food in this bag here anyway, so I need to eat all that before I can think about trying to spend money on food. So we'll see what happens here. Alright, well, in retrospect, I'm pretty glad I got dropped off at the gas station over there, because I was able to go in and use the bathroom, which I really needed to do. But I ultimately decided I think most of the cars that are stopping there are going eastbound, and I need to go westbound, so I figured it would be best for me to just walk across the street here. And it turns out there is a nice wide shoulder for cars to pull over on, so it doesn't look like too bad of a spot. The speed limit is 60 miles per hour, so cars will be blowing by here pretty fast, but there's also a light right there, so a lot of cars will end up getting stuck at the light and have a chance to get a good long look at me, basically. So I think just trying to stand here with my Richmond sign, hopefully I can get a ride at least to Keysville once again. Otherwise I'll take another short hop ride if they can get me somewhere advantageous like this. So let's see. You know, a lot of hitchhiking videos they cut out a lot of the boring parts, so it makes it look, you know, like it's always super fast or whatever, but I'm giving you the real hitchhiking experience with this video. This is the true spirit of hitchhiking. Long waits on the side of the highway. So, you know, I'm sure this will be a really long video with not a lot of much happening for a lot of it, but although I am, of course, cutting out a lot still, you know, the long periods of waiting. I'm only giving updates when I have something to actually say. But yeah, I mean, sometimes you can go hundreds of miles in a day. Other times you will just get stuck like this and make very slow forward progress. But you know, just remember that the ride will always come eventually, and as long as you're moving forward, you're making progress and you're getting towards your destination. And sometimes there is no destination. Sometimes the destination doesn't matter that much. Sometimes it's about the journey and not the destination. And it's also helpful to note that, you know, if you are sick of waiting any particular place for too long, as long as your legs are working, you can always just walk towards your destination too. So that's always comforting to me as well, to know that, like, I'm never going to be stuck anywhere really, because I can always just walk out of any situation.
You see that big sign? That's that VCU.
Yep, there's VCU. Richmond, here we are. Alright, so I ended up getting a ride from this guy named Eddie. I didn't have to wait at that well, I was waiting at that spot for like an hour and a half, the last spot I was at, across from that gas station. And yeah, this older guy, Eddie, came and picked me up. He was very cool. We had like a 2-hour drive together. He was going all the way to Richmond pretty much. He was actually going past, he was going up to Maryland. But yeah, he was able to get me the rest of the way to Richmond. He dropped me off right here downtown at Cary and Pine Street. Monroe Park is like a block away down there. Carytown is that way. Shockoe Bottom is kind of in that direction. Kind of at the center of everything right now. And this is the VCU campus. So I think I'm going to end the video here because I'm sure it's already getting too long. I know it's like kind of ridiculous to like end it as soon as we get to the interesting part, because now I'm finally, you know, here. Well, maybe for some people the interesting part will be the actual hitchhiking process itself. So maybe will be the less interesting part. But I will be hitchhiking again in a few days to try to get to DC. That's the plan, at least. But while I'm here, I'm going to be in town for a few days, hopefully, and see what trouble I can get into. And yeah, so next episode, I will be walking around and exploring Richmond. Thank you for joining me for this 140-mile or so journey. See ya. Oh, and there's some bunnies to end off the video. Little bunnies. Oh yeah, and as always, Discord, Patreon, Coffee links are all down there in the description. If you want to join my Discord server or support me on Coffee or Patreon, feel free to do that. I just dropped my bottle of soda, but that's okay. It's almost empty anyway, and it's warm and flat, so probably got to throw it out soon. Anyway, like, comment, subscribe, and click the bell if you want to see more videos from me. See you next time.